you shouldn't have been there. That was not an area where you should have been. You were not welcome there.
What's up? Enigma here, and we're going to be looking at an entitled Karen getting put in a place by a judge. This video comes from the TV show called Justice for All, and features basically what goes on in a small claims court. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube gods, although I'm very sure you will. Let's take a look.
Miss Gray, you are suing the defendant because you got hit by a football while you were at the beach, and you feel that the defendant was being negligent?
Yes, I do.
Okay, explain what happened.
Okay, so I went to the beach, and I want to be suing him for $750 because he hit me in the face with a football. He broke my nose, he broke my cartilage, and they had to re-break my nose in order for it to be fixed. And I have my medical report right here.
Wow, okay, can you give Renard your evidence?
Okay.
So what she actually did in typical Karen fashion was storm in on a group of friends playing American football. Well, not really football, you don't use your feet. But anyway, she invaded these people's personal space, claiming that they were in her spot on a public beach. After refusing to move, she then set up her things literally in the most awkward place possible, right where the guys were playing football. She then gets hit in the face by a ball and tries to sue this man for $800. Now, I read body language, and already you can tell that she's a Karen. Look at the way she's constantly looking towards this guy. She's trying to gauge his reaction when speaking. She's looking to see if she's getting to him and annoying him. It's really childish. Why does she care what he thinks? All she needs to do is convince the judge, not be constantly looking at this guy. And she almost interrupted the judge at the start, which shows that she actually doesn't really care what the judge thinks in the first place. It's all about her.
So you broke your nose?
Yes. So the insurance covered most of it, but like I said, there's $750 left over that I think that since he's the one who hit me in the face, I feel that he should pay. So about 6 months ago, I went to the beach. It was Sunday, and I go every single Sunday. I go to the beach, and he's never been there before. I go to the same spot every time. He's never been there. I always go to by the dock, by 13.
And this is a public beach, is that correct?
Yes, it is a public beach. There are children and everything. So I bring my grill over to the fire pit, and you know, there's more than one person at the pit. There's more than one grill. So I want to grill my veggie burgers, and so I'm getting it set up, and he comes over, and him and his friends are there, and they're playing football, and he's really immediately very angry and hostile about the fact that I dare to set up my grill in his pit.
She literally had a whole beach and decided to set up right in the middle of this group of friends. Anyone would be annoyed if you did that. Yes, the beach is public, but that doesn't mean that personal space isn't a thing. People want to be left alone, and these guys were in a group just minding their own business. And again, with the looking, she's constantly trying to see if her words are annoying him. It is so petty.
So I'm saying, you know, I just want to grill my veggie burgers. It doesn't take long to grill a burger, so he's getting really mad. He's raising his voice. He's using a lot of four-letter words with his friends, with me, you know, with everything. So he offers to grill my burgers for me. So I'm like, okay, that's not a big deal.
Okay, so did he have his own grill set up?
Yes, he had his own grill.
So he had a grill there already?
Yes, but he didn't want me to set up my grill.
Okay. Did he have people around his grill? Did he have like a party or certain people set up around his grill?
Yes, he had a table, and he had like food on the table, and his friends were there. There was about 15 people.
Okay, so then somebody was occupying that area then?
Yes, but I mean, my stuff.
So then so if he was occupying that area, why would you want to go occupy that area if somebody's already there?
So the judge sees right through this Karen story. This guy had about 15 people around a grill with tables and everything. A huge party. And this woman decides to set up her grill right in the middle of it. It's so stupid. This guy, he tenses his lips together, which is a suppression of speech. He wants to talk, and his mouth muscles tense up, as he basically wants to contradict the lies that she's telling. His hands are firmly on the stand thingy. This is a sign of confidence and is a power pose. He stands upright, so he's holding himself up and not grounding, and rests his hands on the platform as a way to make himself look bigger and more threatening. These are all traits of a high confidence person.
I just thought that there would be room, because I have a mini grill. I just thought that there would be plenty of room, and I knew it wouldn't take long to grill my burgers.
All right, okay, I see what you mean.
And he was being, and you know, and his friends were all being nice and everything. I just thought, you know, I'll grill my burgers quick. I'll get out of their hair.
So you were kind of like in the middle of their party. Did they have like a table set up right next to the grill?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Did they have chairs and?
Yeah, they had some chairs and everything like that.
So then you were having a get-together around the grill.
Yes, Your Honor. My friends came down from college that weekend. We're from Wisconsin. and I hadn't seen him in a while. So me and my girlfriend, we planned a whole beach thing for that weekend.
Tell me about your setup. What did you have?
We had a table set up. We had our lawn chairs. Our girlfriends were on towels. We basically made it obvious that we are occupying this entire area here, this pit area. And you know, a few of us are playing football, and the rest of the girls and some of the guys were over there by the pit, you know, grilling and stuff. And I noticed her walking by as we're playing the game, and she just had this like sense of entitlement. She's walking through.
I mean, that just sounds like a Karen to me. She says that there was enough room for her, but it's not about the room. It's the invasion of personal space and privacy. Just because you think it's not going to take up much room doesn't mean you have the right to stroll into a group of friends and set up a bloody barbecue. It's nuts. Also, look at her feet. They're pointing narrowly at the judge. She doesn't care about anything else other than the judge and what she's saying. But she still looks to the guy constantly. This shows that she doesn't care at all what he says, but she looks either as a form of petty intimidation or as a way to gauge his reactions. She wants to get him mad and angry as it would serve her own self-importance.
I watched her set up her stuff.
Where did she set up her stuff?
It was like 15 feet, 10, 15 feet from where we were playing football.
Oh, I see.
And I let her know that, look, we're playing football here. You might want to, you know, go maybe behind the lifeguard station so you don't get hit. Of course, we're being observant as well, and we're making sure that we don't hit her with the football. But, you know, things happen when you play. As we're playing, I noticed that she walked over to my friends, and they said that she said, you know, you guys are in my spot. You guys are in my area.
Well, yeah, I said that, Your Honor, but I said it as a joke, like, oh, you guys are in my spot. This is where I always go. You know, and they were all being very friendly to me, and I was being friendly to them, you know. Just a Sunday at the beach, you know, you meet people at the beach. You go to the beach, you meet people. And they were being very friendly.
10 feet is about 3 meters. Basically, she was right next to where they were playing football, and then refused to leave when asked. This is obviously her deliberately trying to stop them and interrupt the game by being in the way. A game really childish and entitled. She then accuses them of being in her area and tries to brush it off as a joke. It wasn't. She is super entitled and expects literally 15 people to get out of her way and move an entire party just so that she can be in her spot.
So then what happened, Miss Gray? So how did you get hurt?
He had grilled me my burger, and I had sat down to eat it, and I realized that I had forgot all my ketchup, all my condiments and everything. I looked over, and he had like a big pile, just like of condiments, you know? So I walked over, and he had gone off to play football, but he had some of his friends were at the table. So I'm not gonna take it, you know, that's completely rude and immature. So I just asked, I was like, do you think it would be okay if I took a few condiment packets? And they were like, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, he shouldn't care. So I took like 4 ketchup packets, and I went over, and he comes over, and he's raising his voice, he's getting all mad, like he has a problem with me, and I feel like I haven't done anything. I've been very friendly to him, I've been friendly to his friends, and he's getting mad. He's like saying, don't touch my stuff.
I bought all the food and everything there, so if anyone's gonna be okay with it, it's gonna be me. But my friends are really nice, I know that, but still, like I have the right for my stuff to be protective of my stuff.
So then you got mad at her and you told her to what?
Your Honor, that's incorrect. I didn't get mad at her. I did tell her sternly to please stay away from my stuff.
Okay.
I had told her twice, actually, that day to stay away from my stuff.
I get why this guy was annoyed. Yes, his friends let her take the stuff, but he didn't. And she's clearly being a problem, so yeah, I would be annoyed. And he'd already warned her to stay away. From his body language, you can tell that he's getting super annoyed now. His hands are resting backwards on the stand, which is a grounding behavior. He's getting annoyed and needs to support himself. However, he's also rocking, so I would say that that's him being eager to speak and defend himself. The grounding could just be caused by the frustration from not being able to speak.
He had already warned you twice before not to...
He had asked me to stay away from his pit, but I was, like I said, I was over there because he was grilling my burger, and then his friends were talking to me.
She asked me to grill her. She basically made me grill her burger, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, okay. So let's get back to the football injury, okay?
So he's getting all mad at me, and so I have only used like 2 ketchup packets, so I'm like, okay, so he's already mad. I don't want to make him any more mad. If I just put them back, maybe he'll calm down and we don't have to discuss anything else. So I go over to put the packets back, and I look up, and there's his football that he has just thrown flies through the air and smashes me in the nose, and it hits me, and I'm on the ground, and I immediately feel my nose swell up, my eyes are watering, and I've been in pain, and this is very intense pain. It hurt really, really bad.
Before you said that the condiments were near the grill, near everybody. So everybody was sitting around the grill and the condiments, right?
Right.
So there were other people around her
Oh, yeah.
when she got hit.
Yeah, all my friends and their girlfriends. My
Okay,
girlfriend was there
so
too.
somebody else could have easily gotten hit by the football.
True.
Okay. So how was it intentional, Miss Gray?
So he's super annoyed now. He has his hands in his pockets, so he's not feeling threatened, just frustrated. He continues to rock backwards and forwards, which is caused by the buildup of adrenaline and increased blood pressure. He's getting ready to act and defend himself. The Karen, on the other hand, puts her hands on her hips. This is a power pose, and she's basically trying to assert her dominance over the guy and judge by spreading her stance wider, the same way a cat arches its back to look bigger in a fight. However, this doesn't last very long, so I don't think that she's feeling confident. She's just trying to force it, as she wants to intimidate and get her own way. Karma was the real judge in this situation.
The whole day, he'd been acting very hostile. He'd been raising his voice. He just had a problem with me.
So you need to prove to me that Mr. Barnes either acted intentionally in trying to hurt you, or was negligent, unreasonable, careless, completely careless and reckless. So prove to me how, when he was playing catch with his friends, he was one of those things.
Okay, so he was, like you said, there was a lot of people around the pit. He was playing very close to the pit, and there's families there, there's kids there. Anybody could get really hurt,
There were other people around you. Why would he intentionally want to hurt other people? So he didn't do it intentionally. So how was he negligent or reckless?
He was throwing it in my direction. He was throwing extremely hard.
Did you see him throw it in your direction?
Yes.
Who did you throw the ball to?
I threw it to my friend Dustin. He was playing wide receiver that day. I was quarterback.
And then Dustin didn't catch it?
Yeah, I threw a bullet to him and had to get it into the touchdown, and it slipped through his hands. Actually hit his hand. He almost caught it, Your Honor.
So then why aren't you suing Dustin?
He should have been more careful with where he was throwing the ball, how hard he was throwing the ball, with how they were acting all day. They were not being careful of the people around them.
You shouldn't have been there. That was not an area where you should have been. You were not welcome there. And an accident is an accident. There's no liability. You cannot show any type of negligence or recklessness or any type of other behavior to signal that it was an intentional act. This was not. So based on the evidence, I don't find any culpability or any liability on behalf of Mr. Barnes, and unfortunately, Ms. Gray, I will deny your claim for $750, okay?
She's sitting 3 meters away from them, literally putting herself in the middle of the football game. The judge is spot on here. She shouldn't have been there. It's a party, they're playing a game. If you sit in the middle of a game, you may get hit. It's almost as if Karens lack basic rational thought. Oh, yeah, they do. The entitlement from this woman is insane, and that's shown in a snappy and quite annoying body language. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.